Welcome everyone to this conversation with Eliana Regina, the author of her latest book, which is Divine Soul, Sacred Body, From Suicide to Sovereignty. A warm welcome, Eliana. And I just wanted to say that Eliana is a very long-standing friend of mine and someone who's been so inspiring in my life. She's very passionate about emotional intelligence, and she's a very powerful healer in her own right. I've witnessed firsthand the work that she does with people, and I really am in awe of who she is. And it's a great pleasure to be speaking to her today about her new book. Eliana is a self-awareness and emotional literacy author, mentor, and teacher. So we'll be diving into a few questions now to explore more what this book is all about.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'd like to acknowledge you, first of all, for the friendship that we've had all these years, for reading my book, and for being interested in expanding it and bringing it to life.
Thanks, Ellie. Let's dive in.
Let's go. I'm ready.
This isn't your first book, Eliana, to write, but so this book must be special. So by writing this book, what is your unique message to the world?
Okay. Well, it's actually my second book, but this book is, I believe, to be in line with my life's purpose. And I wrote this book mainly to remind humanity that we are, first of all, spiritual, energetic, eternal, infinite, cosmic beings having a human experience in this physical body, in this physical planet. And that is mainly the message. However, I'm also in my book telling a little bit about my own experiences of losing my husband to suicide and having my own suicidal thoughts, and going through all the traumas and the wounds and dealing with my own emotional needs that really made me realize that emotional intelligence is something that it's so paramount for us human beings. Because if I go back to saying, okay, so we are spiritual beings, we are a divine soul in a human sacred body, here to have experiences. Well, the experiences comes from the emotions, because that's how we experience the world. That's how the external world impacts us, and it causes us to feel certain emotions. Now, emotions in and of itself is not good or bad, it's just emotions. So the important thing here is to realize that we existentially speaking, we operate on 4 different levels. We are a soul, we have this body, we are not our bodies. We use our minds to make sense of life, but we feel with our emotions. So we are, existentially speaking, we operate on those 4 different levels. They are all intrinsically connected, but it's important to tend to all different areas to have this sense of wholeness and the self. So when we go through traumatic experiences, it's important to realize that medicating the body alone is not sufficient. And even talking therapies in and of itself is not sufficient. In my own practice as a counselor, I realized that counseling in and of itself is not empowering enough. It wasn't empowering enough for me, and I felt it wasn't empowering enough for the clients that I worked with. So I came up with this metaphor to inform, inspire, and educate and empower individuals to realize that yes, we're here on this spiritual, physical, mental, emotional journey, and it's important for us to nurture all parts of ourselves.
Amazing. So really it's the 4 parts: the mind, the body, the spirit, and the emotions.
Absolutely. Emotions is key. For emotional intelligence is key here for
our experiences and our existence.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fabulous. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Answering the series of questions, although we may be publishing them individually, but that's just a quick reminder that you can find many of the answers to the questions in this interview with Eliana's social media and website, which is why I would like to first of all thank Eliana Regina very much for her time in answering the questions, so we get to really explore what this book is about, what its impact in the world is, how it has a very unique message, and also how it breaks away from the norms of counseling and societal expectations and requirements. So the book actually has many, many golden nuggets of wisdom. So Eliana, could you tell us a little bit about where we can get the book and how we can get in touch with you?
Okay, well, if you're in the UK, I would very much like to offer the possibility of sending you the book directly, autographed, so you can get in touch with me on social media. My website is www.btalksbooks.com, and you will find my email address there, eliana@btalksbooks.com. And the book is all over the place. It's obviously Amazon, but it's also in worldwide, in all retailers, Barnes and Nobles, and it's everywhere really. But you know, if you like an autographed copy, you can get in touch with me directly.
And what are your social media handles?
So on Facebook, you can find me as Eliana Regina. Also on Instagram, Eliana Regina Keen, I believe it is. And I'm not really big on social media, to be honest, but you can find me on Facebook.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
For sharing your wisdom.
Thank you. I'd like to say a massive big thank you to you as well for your time and your initiative and your interest in asking me those questions. And I would like to finish with a little poem that I have in the book, but also one thing that I feel very empowering to share. One of the reviews that I've had from one of my readers whose wife committed suicide, and in reading my book, he said, you know, Eliana, reading your book has filled some gaps for me. And that for me, that was an incredibly useful and endearing feedback that I could have received from someone who lost a dear one like I did.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So do the reading?
Yeah, it's a very short one. I have, you know, book, I have letters and poems, but I'd like to finish with this one. It's very, very short, but very powerful, I think. So let me just get my glasses on.
Okay.
The poem is called I Remember. I remember who I am. I am awareness itself. I remember what I am. I am awareness made flesh. To remember is what I came here to do, so I can remember who I came here to be.
Wow, that gave me goosebumps. Thank you so much. And you wrote that?
I did.
Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Eliana, so much for your wisdom, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.